BMW M4 has come of age over the past year thanks to incremental updates. That hasn't stopped the M division making even more intense versions. The competition pack with a little more power and retuned suspension is the next step up from the basic car, while the GTS with lots more power, water injection, a bespoke chassis, many lightweight parts, a huge wing and matching splitter is the most extreme. The middle sits the BMW M4 CS. It shares the same chassis setup as the competition package, but borrows the Michelin Pilot Sport 2 Cuban Pesos tires from the GTS. There's the same carbon fiber bonnet as the GTS, with a deep cooling vent at the front, and the same sparse composite door cards, reducing the weight to 1580 kg. That's 32 kg lighter than an M4 fitted with a DCT gearbox, but still 70 kg off the GTS's low curb weight. However, with 454 bhp, only 10 bhp more than the competition pack M4. It's some way off the GTS's 493 bhp. Pilot Sport 4 tires are available as a no-cost extra, but Frank Van Meel and his team at BMW's M division focused on tuning the CS's chassis to get as much from the Cup 2s as possible. Both the M adaptive dampers and the electronic power steering have been reprogrammed to suit the tire's characteristics. The front tires were chosen to improve the car's steering precision, the wider and larger rears to increase grip and get more from the active M differential. The aluminium front and 5-link rear suspension are identical to that of a 2018 model year M4 competition pack. The only mechanical change to the powertrain is the fitment of a more free-flowing exhaust system. Performance and 0 to 60 miles per hour time. There are no mechanical changes to the CS's engine, which explains the modest power increase, only 10 bhp more than the competition pack. The GTS's near 500 bhp is partly possible thanks to the addition of a fluid injection system that sprays deionized water into the pressurized intake air to cool it and make it more dense. The extra power arrives in a peak of 454 bhp produced at 6250 rpm, and there's a maximum torque figure of 442 pounds-foot available from 4000-5380 rpm, a 37 pounds-foot increase. This is in the dry. However, once the tarmac gets cold and wet, the advantages of the Cup 2s diminish, and the CS becomes as unmanageable and as traction limited as the early M4's front-end grip remains strong, but you have to be very cautious with the throttle if you want to keep the CS pointing forward. The poor traction and standing water highlight how focused the chassis is. It feels twitchy and unsettled in a way it simply doesn't in the dry. The changes made to the CS do make the M4 a more capable and confidence-inspiring car to drive quickly. However, while shifting its operating range higher, the alterations also make that window narrower. The savage torque delivery from the M4's turbocharged straight-six has never been much of an issue when on a circuit. Previous M4s were always traction compromised, and setting a fast lap time was all about taming oversteer, but acres of space and a smooth surface meant it was manageable. However, the wider, stickier tires, as well as the minor chassis tweaks of the CS mean that it finds significantly more traction on the exit of a corner than the old M4 could ever hope for. If you aren't right on the limit of the tires entering a corner, the CS, almost always, allows you to use full throttle right from the apex without burning up the rear tires.